Hello and welcome to Blue Army TV. I'm sitting here after Carlisle have signed 2 players in one day. Would you believe it? It's like buses. You wait for ages for one and 2 come along at the same time. Slightly familiar signings. We've got Alfie McCormick back. We've got Jack Robinson back. Obviously 2 players who were on loan with us last season. Alfie McCormick being the standout of the 2, with Jack Robinson not really getting too much game time. To be 100% honest with you, I always really expected Alfie McCormick to sign back. I mentioned him in the potential summer transfers video that I did a few weeks ago. Because I always saw his loan signing as Simpson saying, is he good enough? If he is good enough, we'll sign him on a permanent. I think that's the plan with a lot of these signings from Simpson. Jack Robinson, was, as it's become evident, was the same. And I think when he's played, he's looked quite good. It's just when we make him our first sign and we sign another left back. Left back's probably the only position in the park right now that we don't need. We don't need to sign at the minute. But look, these are 2 young, hungry players that we've got on 2-year deals. You know, they can improve. They're obviously part of Simo's plan. They've obviously been part of Simo's plan since he came to the club. I've fought for it a long time. I think Finn Back's probably the same, and I wouldn't really be too surprised to see him join in the next few weeks. Maybe he's got offers from elsewhere, but I always think with these loan signings that the long-term ambition for them is to sign them permanently. Because Paul Simpson doesn't plan for the short term, he always plans for the long term. And although these 2 signings might not be the most exciting, because it's like we know what we're getting with these players. There's not the unpredictability that you get with the new signings. We already know what they're capable of. But they're 2 very good pieces of business. I believe they're both on free transfers as well. I know for a fact Jack Robinson is. I think Alfie McCormick from Leeds will be the same. I'm not entirely sure. And if it is a fee, I can't imagine it'll be too big. But look, 2 good young players we've signed, both with tons of potential, both obviously part of Paul Simpson's long-term plan. And I'm excited to see what happens with them this season. Will they become bench players? Which, you know, if they do, fair enough. That means we've got better players coming in to replace them on the field. Will Jack Robinson maybe shift into that centre-back role that apparently he could play when we've signed him? Will he go more on the right-hand side? Because obviously we're in dire need of a right-back. Unless you assume that he's going to start the season with Jack Ellis at right-back, which is very possible, and he has done a good job there at times and looks at least League 2 quality. And I think I personally preferred him over Finn Back. But look, decent bits of business. It's nice to sort of get us off the ground in terms of transfers, because up until today we were the only club in League 1 that hadn't made any signings. And then 2 in one day, would you believe it? But yeah, look, let me know what you think of the new signings, and more importantly, let me know what you think of the new setup. I forgot to really address it, to be honest. I said in the last video that that would probably be the last video in the old setup, but what do you think of the new one? I've put it on Twitter already, and people seem to like it over there. But let me think. I want to see what the new YouTube audience thinks about it. I quite like it. It's a lot bigger than the old one, which means I can sort of zoom out a bit more, have more in the background, or at least have a bigger background without you being right up in my face. But yeah, look, let me know what you think about it. Let me know what you think of the new signings in the comments, and yeah, we're off the mark. Thank you for watching. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and in a bit.